The button has been clicked.
No, everybody. Today is a very sunny day, so we both decided to look stupid. Obviously, G's neck was getting a lot of sun, so he decided to put his cap on back to front. And I couldn't see anything with my left eye because the sun was in my left eye, so I decided to put it on normally because I am using my front eyes rather than my neck eyes.
All three of our children are picking their noses. Sorry. Yeah, meanwhile.
I've seen this picture once with Michael Jackson in a shop with noses. And
Moses.
And
supposes.
it said Michael Jackson picking his nose.
It's not a trampoline. I made the whiteboard, the giant whiteboard, into a slide for the kids, and
you made a whiteboard slide. You know what would be really cool? If
actually, you know what? You know what I figured out.
Hmm?
You know what's a really cool way to get the kids to clean the whiteboard?
Well, that's what I was just going to say. Actually,
actually,
they'd be cleaning it with their bum.
Really that special. I need it. She needs the socks for sliding. What do you take them off for?
Because she told me to take them off.
Yeah.
Here. Zora will help you put them on.
Can she do that?
Yeah.
Really? Zora, get your finger out your nose and can you
Can you help Jasmine with the socks, please?
Can you put the socks on your sister?
Jasmine needs to put her socks on and she needs your help because you're her big sister.
Big sister. Will is making noises. Like
Jasmine told me today, I'm not a little baby anymore.
No? She doesn't look like a little baby anymore.
No, I know.
She's got the independent, she has a vicious independent streak, which you must get from you.
Of course. Of course.
Darth.
I have an extremely vicious independent
streak. It's a very fashionable hat you're wearing.
Can you see it, guys? It's Darth Vader. It makes my head look like a box.
Shouldn't your ponytail come out the hole in the back?
I don't know, should it?
Yeah, that's what the hole's for.
For ponytails?
Yeah.
I thought it was for adjusting the size of the hat.
Yeah, it doubles as a. If you had long hair, you wouldn't be able to do anything with your hair, right? So it does actually serve as a way to, if you've got longer hair, have longer hair and have it sort of organized in a nice way.
And you know this because you used to wear that with your dreads.
Why are you speaking so slowly? Have you been possessed by... I
just ran out of energy. No, I don't know.
I think you've had too much sun this morning.
Oh my God, I think I had too much caramel this morning.
Have you been making caramel biscuits and eating the caramel at the same time?
Well, somebody has to clean the pots.
Your tongue stick to the pot, trying to lick the caramel out of it. Tongue stuck in the pot.
Well, there was nothing left to do, only to eat it out.
Oh God, that's what she said last night.
I don't even know why that's funny.
I do.
Stop it. I made really nice caramel wafers. The only problem is that the
walking
only
down the street the other day,
is,
these caramel wafers.
Imagine a wafer, right?
Imagine.
And so I took these big wafer sheets or whatever you call them, and I stuck them together with the caramel, right?
Wafers.
Like layer on the layer on the layer. And what happened is that the wafer, the actual thin wafer thing, split in two horizontally, like that. So all the caramel wafers are falling apart because the wafers themselves just kind of, sorry, Mike, came apart.
So what did you do?
Well, nothing. Apart. But I'm going to dip them in chocolate so that they stick back together. That's
caramel wafers dipped in chocolate.
Yeah, I know. Christmas thing.
Skip the dinner.
It's like, oh my God, so much. I've never, it's like, oh my God. Your system has never seen, I wanted to say my system, but that wouldn't be true. Your system has never seen that much sugar entering it at one time together. You know what I mean? Like, at once. I'm sorry. Je ne parle pas anglais today.
Je suis très fatigué.
Je suis très énervé. Je vais te tuer.
Il fait du soleil. Something like that.
Up yours.
Having the yellow juice.
It's actually, I got so unused to the juice that it doesn't actually do anything for me anymore.
Do you know, isn't that what I said the other day?
You said you didn't miss it. Yeah.
That's what I was meaning. I said that, like, I said that when we stopped drinking juice, I didn't miss the juice. I actually didn't feel like, oh, I need juice right now or anything like that.
Yeah, that's weird because when we still did drink juice often, I was always like, juice, that's nice. And now I'm like, this doesn't really do anything for me anymore. I'd actually prefer water.
Oh, well, I said it didn't do anything, and you're like, I'll buy some more. I was like, oh, okay. Whatever.
Well, no, because you said that you didn't miss it.
I didn't miss it. That doesn't mean...
That doesn't mean that you don't still enjoy it when it's there.
Well, it does. It does, actually.
Why are you drinking it then? You could just leave it if you don't.
Yeah, actually,
oh, look.
I'm actually only drinking it because it's there.
Look
That's
at that.
the only reason. What?
No, I don't have any eyes.
What?
I don't have any eyes.
Where did they go?
In the shade. They might look like some kind of shady rapper. I don't mean rapper as a candy rapper. I mean rapper as...
With the real, slim, shady...
They kind of throw their shoulders, don't they?
I saw a video the other day. Eminem is over 40 now, and he's...
You don't mean the candy M&Ms?
No, they're probably much older.
You wouldn't want to eat a 40-year-old M&M.
Especially not a brown one. But, so...
That wasn't racist at all.
No. It's connected to reindeer. So.
Oh. Right. Still racist. Reindeer is a race.
Right.
Speciesist. You're being speciesist.
A race is racist.
What?
A races. Like competitions. Are they racist?
Oh.
Because they use the word race.
I think that everybody who's in a race is racist.
It's racist. It has to be.
What do you do for a living? I'm a racist.
I'm a racist. I race.
Hey, that's a good point.
Yes.
Yeah, Will would love to be a racist when he grows up.
Racer, actually, is the real term, but never mind. There was a point to this.
Yes.
Oh, NNN, right?
Mm-hmm.
Over 40,
mm-hmm.
and he's still going on with the hoodie up, yeah.
Oh God.
And acting like he's 16.
Uh-huh. It's just sad when that happens.
Yeah, it's like...
That's like 60-year-old Madonna standing on the stage in her undies and going, I'm so sexy.
Yeah, with a pair of pyramids for
Boobies.
TITS, yes. So they don't grow up, do they?
Right.
They just don't get it. I mean, you'd think Eminem would be like, okay, well, I've done that.
Yeah, exactly. Let's move on, right?
Let's
move on.
Let's make a more mature. It's like it's in a parking lot. It was this video was like in an underground parking lot, and he looks old. Like he doesn't even look young. Like basically, I think he's the same age as me. He might even be younger than me, right? But he looks.
But you could pull it off because you look like.
I could pull it off because I look between 30 to 35, right? But he looks 45 to 50.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it just doesn't work for him.
Mm-hmm.
It's silly. I mean, watching somebody do at 40 what they were doing when they were 15.
It's like Leonardo DiCaprio, right? I mean, he was young. He did that whole romantic, sweet boy kind of phase, and then he moved on with his movies, with his acting to different stage, and it's just getting better and more quality and better or different movies, and it's just it's a progress, right? But if you're stuck in the same stage, not only it's not a progress, but it's ridiculous.
Well, the thing is that Caprio was great at the beginning of his career, right? So I mean, it's just not. Where do you go, right?
Well, as I just said, where you go. I mean,
the guy in The Godfather,
don't.
Marlon Brando. Yeah, it's like Marlon Brando was great at the beginning. Where do you, if you're great at the beginning, where do you go after that?
Yeah, but imagine that he was still stuck in the I'm the romantic lover boy kind of thing. I mean, that would just be ridiculous because he's not the young little romantic, teenage boy kind of person anymore. He's grown. He's grown in the kind of movies that he's in. He's grown in the kind of roles that he takes on. But Eminem is still in the same role of, I'm a rebel. I mean, you just look like a freaking idiot if you dress like a 16-year-old and you're 40.
You would think that you would diversify a little bit, right? And go and do something else.
Go do something.
Go and make a documentary about education or
yes.
what it's like to pretend to be black.
Yes, whatever. Make a documentary about music industry or start making
parenting, perhaps,
maybe different type of music or I don't know, or
read some philosophy.
Engage in social causes in a different way.
Put out a message.
Other than wearing a hoodie and rapping about it.
It's
just move on.
It's just he's trapped in a box of his own design.
Yeah, he made himself into something when he was young, and he feels like he's obliged to stay that something forever.
Yeah, and it's just if you don't grow, you end up going backwards. So I mean that's what he's done. He's just drifted backwards into eternal childhood and
it's like
nonsense.
It's like Madonna, like I said, right? I mean, instead of becoming I don't know. I mean, obviously the style of the music changed with the period, right? Because obviously the people who write music for her are not stupid, but her, the entire, I'm selling my body kind of thing didn't. It doesn't work anymore.
Well, the thing is that
you can't sell a naked 60-year-old body. I'm not saying that 60-year-old people are not. Shouldn't wear swimming suits or whatever, but dancing on the stage in their undies and pretending that they're still young, that just doesn't work.
It's not that it just doesn't will. You are complicit in allowing her to do those things, right? No.
I'm not saying that she should sit somewhere behind a I don't know, desk or in the corner and wear a freaking neoprene kind of diving suit so that nobody can see any of her. I mean, that I'm not saying that, but you would expect a little bit of more dignity, right?
Dignity, well, she had no dignity at the beginning, and she's got no dignity at the end either. And she's been through a series of marriages with no dignity. And,
it just looks. It's just not only that it doesn't look very good. It doesn't do it. It's just it doesn't do any good, right? Well, what good does it do?
She's obviously a good businesswoman, right?
Yes.
But
she's a great dancer. Okay, she's very fit for her age. If she can dance the way she can dance, then oh my God, if I can do that when I'm 60, then great. But I'm probably not going to do that undressed on the stage.
Again, she hasn't grown into motherhood. I mean, where are the mother kind of roles, the mother kind of ideas? I mean, she's tried to reinvent herself with all these different images, but none of it is her. And that's
mothers. I mean, women don't have to be mothers, okay? I mean, if she doesn't want to be mother, she doesn't have to be a mother. But
at least have to be a mother when you have kids.
Does she have kids?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh my God!
Probably.
That must be traumatizing.
Oh, no, wait a minute. She I know.
I wouldn't want to. Oh my God! Okay.
There's my mother hanging out on stage. There. Yeah. Apparently, she couldn't find someone who could put up with her, so she had like a relationship with her dance teacher or something, so that well, you'd have to put up with her, right? That's the point.
Yeah, I mean,
she couldn't find anyone who would put up with her, right? Sean Penn and Guy Ritchie.
She didn't find love.
Yes, some people are just not capable of that, unfortunately.
Well, I don't know if she's or not because I don't know her personally, but we can tell that she didn't.
Well, her children were with
for
someone who was not her partner, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that was one of her conscious decisions.
Mm-hmm.
So, question mark, conscious decision, right?
Well, it would be weird if it was unconscious, right?
Not from her. Right, as the mindlessness of the lyrics of her.
I didn't consciously decide about this. That doesn't happen, right? You don't leave somebody because you don't
That's a great idea, Jessie.
decide about it.
Jessie's been experimenting. Have you seen that? She's been experimenting to see what slides the best.
Mm-hmm.
And she
Physics
experiments. And she found
friction experiments.
Yeah, and she found
a cushion that slides the best.
Zora, what are you doing? Are you moving the slide? You're fixing it. Yeah, I'm not sure that is actually.
You know what else is a point? I don't know how to say it.
What else is a point?
I don't think it's a point that. I mean, we look stupid, but we can admit it, right?
Well, yeah, you've got to not take yourself too seriously, right? Because it's.
Imagine how much different it would be if she came on the stage and said, "Well, I look rather stupid, but my producer told me that I have to wear this today, so I'm sorry for any trauma that I can induce," right? And then.
Yeah, well, that's how they control them, isn't it? They control them through.
Yeah.
Through trauma-based experiences.
And then and that would be funny, and people would laugh at that, and that would be that would be modest as well.
Yeah, it's just she's obviously got staying power, but it's going to be one of those things, right? Very few people last. She's going to be found dead on the bathroom floor, aged 65, with a bottle of pills and an empty jar of whiskey or something.
Or she's going to graciously retire from her career at the age of 80.
Or she'll just be there'll be a weird accident. Yeah,
or she'll have a heart attack on the stage or something.
Or
this is really mean, we're kind of discussing Madonna's death. I'm sorry.
No, it's not mean.
It is mean. I mean, imagine somebody would be discussing your death. Somebody would be like on the other side of the computer, and they'd be going, "Oh my gosh, look at that guy. He looks really stupid in that weird hat. He probably thinks that he's going to live forever. I wonder how he's gonna die. Oh, he's probably going to die of I don't know, talking too much, or his overinflated ego is going to explode and stain the wall, or something like that."
The point is, thanks for the rant, by the way.
It's not nice to
the point is that everybody dies, but not everybody lives. That's the point. All right? And what these people are trying to do is they're not really living. They're holding on to. They're trying to hold on to things which are intangible.
It's not that they're not living; they're not progressing.
Well, that's sort of what I mean. That they're not accepting the point of who they are and where they are. And you see people who graciously move on to the next thing, providing a space behind them for the next generation.
Yeah.
And the people who insanely try to
cling,
live their second 20 years the same as their first 20. And if that doesn't work, they try to live their third 20 years as the first 20. You're continually trying to find who they are.
Yeah, it's nice when artists can go on, maybe become a director or maybe try some acting. Like, who is that? Willie Nelson?
Oh, actor. Genius.
Yeah,
Genius.
But then he never did that kind of music that is kind of dehonesting. Is that a word?
Dishonest?
No, not dishonest. Degrading. That's the word. He never really did that kind of music where it would be slightly degrading.
You can't exist in the media without doing something degrading at some point. Like pretending you're furry monster on a foreign.
He's got this head shake kind of thing. When he speaks, when he sings, he does that as well. But even when he acts and he speaks, he kind of shakes his head like that. Have you noticed? Like those little dogs that you put in front of your car.
I was trying to work out if he actually knows how to play the guitar or he just randomly strikes it.
I don't know, but those songs are his original
weird.
songs, right? So I imagine that his power was in his songwriting more than anything else. More than, he had a great voice color kind of thing going on. And he wrote some nice songs and he put those two things together. And the fact that he can't really, he's not a great singer, right? He's not a great singer, and he's probably not a great guitar player, but he knows how to combine his talents to amount to something great.
You know what it is? I think he knows his limits. That's the difference.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, when you know what not to do and you stick to what you can do well, you're going to avoid so many problems. And he's like, I'm just me. Most of the films he plays himself, and his music it doesn't really change from album to album. It's exactly the same. You know exactly what you're getting, and he never.
And he's very recognizable. You don't ever have to go like, oh my gosh, who sang this song? It's extremely recognizable. I remember my mom was depressed at some point in the past, and she had a Willie Nelson face.
There's a shock.
Where she would.
What's up, Jazzy? What's up?
Oh dear.
The cushion is stuck. Oh, Will, help your sister quickly.
Guys, help Jasmine!
Quickly, save your sister.
And she would she'd play Willie Nelson every morning when she got up. And it's really sad songs.
What, wake up in the morning and listen to Willie Nelson?
Yeah.
Oh God, that's like waking up in the morning and stabbing yourself with a bread knife.
Well, anyway, yeah. And it used to wake.
Sorry, Willie.
It used to wake me up, right? Because she would get up first, yeah. And that was after she moved away from my father.
Mm-hmm.
And it used to wake me up in the morning, and it was actually quite nice.
Oh, lonesome me. I can't do a Willie Nelson thing. He sings much higher than that. He doesn't do the low thing.
No, but he's got that low kind of set voice.
Yeah, he's one of those singers who doesn't open his mouth. That sounds like a moose. I'm sorry, but that is not how Willie Nelson sounds.
Okay.
He
had some song about clouds and rain. No? Or was it somebody else?
Clouds and rain.
It's cloudy in the morning. It's gonna be raining in the afternoon.
That's terrible. That's the worst lyric I've ever heard.
Especially, it's not true in Scotland.
Willie Nelson's not from Scotland. What's that got to do with anything at all?
Just saying. Just saying that he's lying.
Probably wasn't talking about Scotland. He was probably talking about Texas.
Well, what if people in Scotland are listening to him? They're gonna go, oh, all right, that means it's gonna rain in the afternoon because it's cloudy in the morning, and then it doesn't, and they're gonna be dragging their umbrellas for no reason.
All people in Scotland do is listen to Robert Burns.
Oh yeah, but he doesn't sing.
He's
dead.
My
love is like a red, red rose. That one?
I feel like I've just time traveled back about 200 years. It's newly sprung in June.
Love is like a melody, it's sweetly played in tune. So much for dignity.
So fare up thou, my bonny lass, the deep in love am I, and I will love you still, my dear, till all the seas gang dry.
You have to do the shoulder throw when you do that.
I can't. I'll probably
Dislocate your arms.
dislocate myself. Yes. Which won't be good. Which won't be good.
Yeah, they do that so that their whole hoodie shakes. The hoodie kind of
They do that
jumps.
because they've got no brains.
But they do have shoulders.
I was wondering if there's a point in swimming where your arms just fall off.
No, mine.
I was wondering the other day. I was like swimming, and I was like, I wonder. I just keep going until they just break.
Nope, that doesn't happen. You might get a cramp and die, though.
Die.
Well, if you get a cramp in your arms, then you can't swim.
Why do they have lifeguards at the swimming pool? I mean, I don't imagine they could actually save anybody. I don't imagine they care.
Nope.
I don't imagine they'd notice.
It's not about saving. It's about fishing poop out of the pool. If
Oh,
somebody
of course.
poops
It's
themselves.
about cleaning it. It's about cleaning it more than it is saving people, isn't
And
it?
it's about telling people to get out of the kids' pool.
It's about
And
making
telling
sure
them
that people
not to
don't
jump.
don't do anything silly. No running. No running. No
No
jumping.
jumping.
No jumping. No
No
talking.
splashing.
Yes.
No diving. No swimming.
No talking. No talking.
Yes.
Yes.
Just bob. Just bob quietly.
Who's Bob? I know who Mike is. Who's Bob?
Mike's friend.
Oh, okay.
Can I smell your breath, or can I smell that sink from the kitchen?
The kitchen sink is
Smelly.
in need of serious attention, expensive attention, I believe.
You think? No, I don't think so. I think there's just some food stuck in the look. Okay. Look.
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay.
Which is what
The
you want when you say
U
that.
bend under the sink, right?
I don't,
Stores
but-
water. The water in the U bend is there so that no smell comes back from the sewage system. You knew that, right? Now, because we can smell a smell, that means that there must be some remnants of food rotting away somewhere, either in the U-bend or between there and the sink. It can't be anywhere further on because the water in the U-bend would stop it. Therefore, all we have to do is remove the U-bend from both sides, take the water out of it, right? Clean it from the inside with a brush and put it back. Screw it on. Problem solved. Sorry, Mike.
Me bend or you bend?
It's probably going to be me bend because you'll be scared to touch it.
It's not that I'll be scared to touch it. I just have a habit of breaking things. I'm like, you know what I'm like? If it's a bit stuck, it breaks into 14 parts.
No, that's not what you like. You're like, it's a bit stuck. Fucking hell. Fucking thing. Fucking doesn't want to come off.
Animal, like you play drums.
Exactly. Oh, it broke. Oopsie.
Animal like to play. Animal like to.
Oops.
Animal like to be loud. Animal like to say hello, hello. Animal.
Jesse loves it. Well, next time
animal.
Next time I'm gone, and she has a screaming fit, you can try the animal with her.
Animal.
How was your sliding, Juju?
Do you like
Lick
to
it.
slide?
I think that
Lick.
I think that I might be able to take the cap off now. Only it just looks so stylish.
It does. Don't take
I'm
it
just
off.
gonna keep it on.
Keep it on.
Darth, my Darth thing.
Yeah. Well, that's fashionable now, isn't it? Because the new film is out.
Yeah.
Everyone is talking about it because they've got nothing sensible or reasonable to talk about, and it's all full of pro-pagan.
Happy winter solstice, by the way.
Did it?
Which was 2 days again.
That's nice.
Ago.
Hello?
Just 2 days ago.
What?
Happy winter solstice, which was 2 days ago.
Oh, the world's The northern hemisphere's shortest day. I
Yes.
want to say the world's, obviously
Yes.
not the world's shortest
That
day.
one, yes. The southern hemisphere longest day.
Yeah. And the sun reaches its lowest point in the sky. Or
Do you want me to put this on Daddy?
What?
Dad's new watch.
I am
The cat.
Catman.
Oh, you're Tiger Man.
Tiger Man. Of course, Daddy's Tiger Man.
Pink Tiger Man.
What are you doing?
Trying to take you off.
Tiger Man.
It's Zora's lucky bracelet.
Tiger Man. Tiger Man.
Zora
Does the
decided.
things that a tiger can.
Zora decided that it's her lucky bracelet, and it's going to bring her luck anytime she wears it.
I'm getting suspicious looks.
It's a nice decision, isn't it?
Oh, can I see? Can I have a look at it?
Tiger Man, Tiger Man.
Ba 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 ba.
Doesn't have any ears.
Well, these things could be ears.
Well, then it would be a bunny
What's it for?
with
Is it for
dislocated
anything?
ears. No, it's just a bracelet.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. It's just a fun
Why do
bracelet.
people have things if they're not for anything? Like, what's it for? It's just a bracelet. Well, why do people have bracelets?
Well, it's lucky. It brings you luck. It makes good dreams appear if you wear it at night.
Oh, it's a lucky tiger.
Yeah.
Wow, do you have a lucky tiger?
Stole it from her
Yeah.
sister.
Here you are, darling. You're very welcome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go.
You take care
Careful about the corners.
of the animal.
The animal. It's a song as well. The animal.
It's a Def Leppard tune.
Animal instinct.
And I want, and I need, and I love animal. That's the chorus.
Right. It didn't go to prison
It's
for
like,
it.
it's like an album written by children. It's so funny, but
Yeah.
it took them 3 years to make, and it's one of the best rock albums ever made, and it's just full of the most ridiculous lyrics. There's a song called Armageddon. Yeah, and the chorus is, "Are you getting it? Yes, Armageddon." I'm serious.
Talking about dignity.
But they got away with it because it was just so OTT. Pour some sugar on me. That's a silly lyric.
Oh, that one.
In the name of love, pour some sugar. Bright lights, big city.
That is silly because that would just
all
make you
around.
itchy.
What?
Oh, if somebody poured sugar on you, that would just make you itchy. No? And sticky.
Well, make you sticky. Why would it make you? Why does sugar make you itchy?
I don't know. I just imagine if I'm sticky for too long, it's gonna itch. No?
Sticky.
I've never been
And how
sticky
long?
for
And how
too-
long would be too long to be sticky for?
I don't know.
I don't like being sticky. It makes me itchy.
I just remember stories from my childhood about punk people. Somebody told me, it's probably my mother. It's probably not true, but
You can't be a punk because all punks are itchy.
no, it wasn't about itching. It was about ants. She liked to make up things to deter me of things that
She lied to you, basically.
yes that she
Constantly.
thought might I do, and
She lied to you to get you to do things that she didn't want you to do. No. She lied to you to get you to do things that you didn't want to do. I get it right. I'm sorry.
and the other way around, that to mostly to not get me do things
that you wanted
that she thought I might do and she thought were stupid. For example,
to do. Like
when I said that punk hair is really cool,
yeah,
you know, she would tell me that, oh, you know that they
put
use
in-
sugar to make it stick up, and I was like, yeah, that's possible, and she said, well, it's a really bad idea because then you would wake up one day and have your hair full of ants eating the sugar, and I'm like, right, okay.
Thanks, Mum, for that.
It's quite possible,
Thanks,
actually,
Mum,
though.
for that
I mean,
nugget of wisdom.
when we lived in Rostoka, that we had ant issues. I can imagine that actually happening if you put sugar in your hair, but that would be stupid because you could just buy something for your hair to make it stick up. We're not in 20th century anymore.
Nobody puts sugar in their hair. I mean,
Maybe
unless you're making
after the war.
caramel in your hair or something.
Hey,
No, no, don't go there. Don't go there.
Do have a lot of caramel.
I mean, you didn't get it all out of the pan.
No, I did. There's a lot of it under in between the wafers.
Okay.
I think I have to go and deal with Beethoven there.
Go deal with Beethoven and
What do you pronounce him, Beethoven? He's got a T there.
I have no idea. I've never thought about it before.
It's really weird.
Do you want me to
Must be a
pronounce it
Scottish
differently?
thing. Yes.
What?
He's a Beethoven.
Okay, I'm not going to call him Beat Oven. Is that okay?
You could call him Boo Boo.
The deaf one. That's not a good name for a classical composer. Right, unless you're a rap star. You can have a name like Dog, Wet Dog, or Scratchy Cat, or I don't know, Rat Fingers or something like that. The rappers have just the most ridiculous names because they don't want to use their real name because it's so bloody embarrassing what they have to do. Right. And the best of the grandkids don't know. Best of the grandkids don't know who he was and where he was and what he was doing. Right. How's it going out there, people? Are you ready for Christmas? Is it beginning to look a lot like Christmas? Toys in every store. How's it going? You've got the Christmas music playing. Maybe you hate Christmas. Somebody told me they hated Christmas last week. Dude, don't send me any links to Christmas stuff. I hate Christmas. Oh my, well, that's ridiculous. Well, you're gonna get really pissed off. You can't go anywhere because there's Christmas trees and Christmas lights and Christmas music and Christmas presents and Christmas markets and decorations everywhere on everything, and people greeting each other with Merry Christmas and peace be with you and all those things. So this idea that you can just ignore Christmas is kind of a bit ridiculously silly.
Did I tell you about my father's band?
What's he banned from?
He played in a band.
The mouth organ?
No, the banjo. He played banjo in a band with his friends who played guitar. And I think it was just one friend, actually. It was just two of them. Can you call two people a band?
No.
I think it was just two of them. I'm not sure.
That's a duo.
Yeah. His duo. And
it's not really a group, is it? I mean,
a group of two.
I played in a group of two, but it's not really a group, is it? I was part of a duo.
Yeah. They made a musical duo and had one concert.
One concert.
They said they're only going to have one concert and that's it. Before the age of, I think they did it before the age of 50 or something. I don't know. And so they had a concert for the friends and yeah.
Bucket list activities.
They were called The Last Cramp.
You are not serious.
I am.
The Last Cramp.
Yeah.
Will, is this important? Excuse me. What's he saying?
He's asking if he can have Scottish tablet. Meanwhile, the podcast.
I don't know. Can you? Can you have the tablet?
If you can find it and play with it without everybody else freaking out.
Well, what's going to? Let me explain to you what is going to happen. When you get it, other people are going to want theirs. And then everyone's going to be running around and people are going, there's no charge, it's no charge, there's a problem with this cable, scream, freak, I don't want somebody else touching my tablet, oh, this game's on that.
I want this one, I want that one, I don't want mine, I want yours.
So I'll tell you what, I'll make a deal with you, right? If you can resist the temptation for a short period of time, I'll make sure that you get another game of football this evening. What do you think? Is that
No, to resist the temptation means that you're not going to play with the tablet. You will resist. You will decide, okay, I'm not going to do this because I'm going to get something better in the evening.
Later, yeah. It's like waiting a little bit longer to get something which is better. What do you think about that? And the best thing to do is not to mention it, not to talk about it, Will, because when you start talking about it, you put ideas into your sister's heads that they want to do it. So the best thing to do is just to be quiet about it. Is that okay? Okay.
Tell you what we should do with the kids. You just reminded me. We should do the marshmallow test.
We do it with the caramel things. We don't need marshmallows. We do it with the caramel stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, could you imagine the three of them sitting at a table and we put it in front of them and they can? Yes.
Well, it wouldn't be very difficult for Zora because she doesn't really like them.
We'll do that when we finish today.
Yeah.
We'll do that when we finish up online.
That'll be an interesting test.
We'll go and do the marshmallow test.
Interesting experiment, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I brought some topics because you said I never bring any topics into the conversation.
Well, our conversation with you, thank you very much, has finished for the moment. We appreciate your input. It's very good to solve these problems as they arise. Thank you very much. Now,
so, yeah. So I thought, I was researching things about Christmas.
It's beginning to look
a lot like Christmas.
Toys in every store.
So yeah,
Right?
Toys in every store are in every store like throughout the year. But never mind. Anyway, so
Christmas should be no toys in any store because
yeah. So so I was researching this gift giving ideas, right? Because we're having a kind of a minimalistic Christmas around here.
It's beginning.
Minimalistic Christmas.
Nothing on the
table. Everybody is hungry and no one gets any toys. But we're all happy because
he was born in a stable.
Yes. We could bring in some donkey smell to make it a bit more realistic. Oh wait, we have donkey smell in the kitchen.
We have donkey smell in the kitchen. Thank you.
Well, there you go. Anyway, so yeah, I found this interesting article that said
that was the worst segue ever.
Why adults shouldn't give gifts to adults at Christmas.
Yep. Okay. No response, but please continue.
There were some interesting ideas that I kind of dig. Like first of all, it's a waste of freaking money because it's so hard to actually please the adult with your present unless they explicitly tell you what they want. Right?
Spending money you have for shit that other people don't want is fucking stupid.
Exactly. It's a waste of money. And also, apparently there was a study. You love when I do this because I don't quote any sources, but I can post that.
There was a study done under a tree somewhere.
Apparently there was a study done under a tree somewhere on monkeys, which said that
in the tree.
People were given presents and then asked how much they think those presents cost, and apparently they not all, but majority of these people underestimated the costs by, I think it's 18%. So they all thought those presents were cheaper than they actually were, which is interesting.
They undervalued the gift.
Yeah. Which is really weird, isn't it? I mean, what does it tell you? What does it tell you? I'm not quite sure what it tells you.
A lot of people don't understand things like that. Okay, first warning. Well, I asked you not to do that. Sorry. Okay. So that's a double warning because you're actually doing two things at the same time that we asked you not to do.
It's a good thing.
Incredible, isn't it?
I can't see him.
Incredible. Like ask him, don't do this and don't do this, both at the same time. Right. It's a challenge. Right. The gift thing. Well, I just said it. I said it. I said
Yeah,
it. I
yeah.
said exactly.
Second reason was it puts you under stress. You know, those people don't even appreciate it, and yet you're putting yourself under a huge amount of stress, financial and emotional, trying to get things that somebody will like, trying to read other people's minds, and then you know.
Well, I've said this before, and I know you know, but if anybody catches this online, it might make some sense to them that there's an inverse proportional relationship between the amount of toys, so to speak, that kids have and the amount of real connection that they have.
You did say that before, but I was talking about toys for adults.
And I think that the same is true for adults.
Okay.
Where people use gifts as a binding mechanism in relationships. You see, I don't want. Why does she need to shout right now? Will, you're up, mate.
Go give her a roshtik. Tell her that Mummy says no muesli, but she can have a roshtik.
Will, I will cancel your 2 punishment points if you make the muesli for her. Okay.
Or get her a roshtik.
So, go. That's the jar. The jar. Will, okay, so what happened? Will, come and tell us what happened. Come and explain. No, don't anybody go through there because there's big glass all over the floor because it's smashed, right?
Yeah, because Jesse knocked it over.
This is a big container with all the muesli in it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the biggest container.
Yeah, okay, well, there'll be no muesli for people now, but there you go. That's what happens, I suppose. Well, we won't put the muesli in anything. There won't be any muesli because we'll all lose something. Right. Okay, well, come in. Do you think you can come around here? Because you're very low down. Can you put one foot? Can you put both feet on this rung of the stool in front of me? And just stand up quickly. Now. Trust me. Trust me. Okay, look, I got you. I got you. Okay, you balanced? Hello, you can talk to me. Are you balanced? This mic is huge. Are you balanced? Hello, you can talk to Will, have you lost your voice? It's funny because when you're not when I don't give you a mic. Will, I'm moving this out of the way. Oh, I can't do that. Okay, we'll just do. Are you all right? You don't look very comfortable, mate.
Because my feet are getting sore standing on that one thin thing.
Okay. Well, okay, maybe this was a bad idea on my part to get you to come up here. You need to move your hand so that I can put the microphone back there. Okay, there we go. Okay. You can put your feet down now, Will. You can put your feet down. Don't avoid the cable. Don't take the cable! What is it? What is it with people around here? Everybody wants to break something, smash something, crash something, destroy something. Ah, but.
My niece accidentally got caught in the cables.
Well, there you go. So that was my attempt to bring in my son to. Will, don't walk through there with bare feet. I've already told you you'll end up with cuts in your feet. What? You want to get socks and boots to walk around in the kitchen. You don't need to go into the kitchen for anything, Will. You're not going anywhere. You're going to sit down on the floor where you are there because I don't want you running around when there's glass on the floor in the kitchen. So, yeah, what happens? Shit happens. That's what happens, right? So, I wanted to ask Will exactly what happened, but he was uncomfortable here, so can't do anything about that. Let's see. Children love to experiment. What's the score? Okay, there's Okay. No one's allowed out of this room. Is that clear? Because there's glass on the other side of the door, on the floor. Yeah. Your job is to make sure that nobody leaves the room. Okay. Because I can't do that. Because I'm. You can't have anything, darling, because there's glass all over the floor in the kitchen, and Mommy's going to hoover it up. Yeah. So, this is probably not the only thing by the sounds of what I can hear. These things happen, right? There are breakages. There are spills. Things go wrong. Children try to do things by themselves that maybe they shouldn't do. You can't cover everything. You can't protect everything. You've got to do what you can, where you can, when you can. And it's just part of life, right? You know, over time, everything gets broken. Nothing, or very few things, not nothing, very few things last a long period of time. Very few things last forever. Most things are in flux, in a process of change. And we need to change. We need to grow. We don't, and we shouldn't remain the same person our entire lives. We should be seeking new information. We should be seeking new knowledge. We should be seeking new experiences. We should be sharing these experiences as we happen. There's no reason for anything not to work in the modern world, because we have the technology now to connect with each other and to share as much information as we can about what it is that we know, or where we can go to get the things that we don't know. It's the way that things should be. So, you know, over time, houses that were built fall apart. I mean, it's an intergenerational thing, right? You know, who wants to live in a house that was built 100 years ago? Who wants to drive a car that was built 100 years ago? Who wants to fly in a plane from 100 years ago? We have slow progress. In fact, it's interesting because we're doing a big cleanup in the flat today. We're doing a big cleanup around, and we have to go through all the rooms and clean up everything that's there anyway. I guess we're going to throw a lot of stuff out because stuff doesn't last forever. You know what freaks me out? I'll tell you what freaks me out. When people throw out food. There's so many people have nothing. So many people, and food's a basic, right? And I know that it's better to have more than less, in the sense that the capitalist system requires that we produce more than we actually need. I don't mean we should consume more. I just mean that we're ready and prepared for situations. But it really annoys me. It's just a personal thing. It annoys me when there's a plate of food that's not eaten. It doesn't mean I'm going to eat the food. It just means that, there's, you know, that could be good for somebody else, somewhere else. And I guess at Christmas time is a time where we need to think about those things. We need to think about other people in other places. We need to think about people less fortunate than ourselves. We need to think about those who don't have lives as we have, those who don't have opportunities as we have. And that doesn't mean we should just give them what we have, because if you get something without putting in work to get that thing, you tend not to appreciate it. So anything that's given for free is undervalued. I mean, that's the presence thing, right? That's why people undervalue the presents. People undervalue the general investment of price and time and thought in the Christmas presents. You know, one of my students the other day said that he couldn't find a gift for his mother. So what he decided to do is give her a voucher, which is offering mother the opportunity to spend time with her son and to ask him anything that she wants. And he has to answer it. And I thought that was a great gift, because that's not something you can buy. That's far beyond that. Maybe you can hear the vacuum cleaner has been turned off. So the greatest gifts are obviously the gifts of time, of presence being in somebody's presence and connection. And it's important at this time of year to reflect on what has happened, reflect on where you are, the situation you're in, what's happening around about you, and to have some vision of the future. Because without vision, you can't plan a mission. Without a mission, you don't really know where you're going or what you're doing. So it's a great time of year at this time for reflection about our own lives, our own experiences, our own families, what we did, where we are, and where we need to go. And this whole rant got started because Jazzy broke the breakfast bowl, jar, whatever it is, that contained the muesli in the kitchen. And these things happen. You know, as I said earlier, accidents happen. Absolutely, darling. It's true. Accidents happen. Things get broken. We're all broken in terms of people. And as I said earlier, it's you know, life is about understanding that we all die, but so few of us live. What? And you're laughing at me. I made a nice little speech there.
It's you being all cheerful.
That was my Christmas. I just gave a nice little Christmas speech to the people. First of all, I tried to bring in Will.
I didn't hear anything. Didn't hear anything but we all die. And I was thinking, oh, that's a nice and cheerful Christmas speech.
I was trying to bring in. Are you coming up? Oh, this is a rare treat during the podcast for you to come to me. Oh, darling.
It's a rare treat for the last 2 months for her to come to you.
Oh.
Or 1 month. Anyway.
Hi, darling.
Hi.
We were talking about accidents, weren't we? We were saying that accidents happen.
Yeah.
Accidents happen, don't they? Things get broken. Yeah. Yeah. Did you get a nice roast check there?
What did just happen in the kitchen?
Something fell, didn't it?
Hmm?
Something fell onto the floor.
What happened?
Mommy made a big noise with the Hoover, didn't she?
Yeah.
Mommy. Yeah, I don't think she wants to talk about it. I don't think
Okay.
it's because I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure you don't want to deal with that right now. Yes.
Do you want to get off?
Was
No?
that yes or no? No. Can you give me a big cuddle? Give me a kiss. Whoa. That was great. I am doing my very best to get her away from the cables here.
Yeah, well, that's why I asked her if she wants to get off.
Okay.
Darling, you have to get off now, okay? Is that okay?
Say bye to the camera. No, you want to stay here?
That's
You're waving.
nice.
You're waving at you. You're waving at you, and you're waving at you too.
Okay, ready?
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Whoa.
Feet, Daddy, check her.
Got the feet.
Okay.
Okay. Got my arm back. Thank you.
Okay, sweetie.
Yeah.
So we were talking about gift giving before things happened in the kitchen.
Before insanity
Yeah. Anyway,
broke out.
as an alternative,
Well, I'm still waiting to find out what happened.
well, Jasmine knocked the jar off the table. The
That's
jar
what I
of
thought
muesli.
happened. Okay.
And smashed
Yeah,
into
that's
a
what I-
million pieces. So I had to throw out everything.
Okay, does that mean no more muesli?
Well, I'm not sure what I'm going to mix the muesli in, because that was the only jar I could kind of mix the muesli in with the raisins. I mean, we have some.
Do we have to go back through there later and check that all the glasses up off the floor? Because the last time I walked in and like there was no pieces of glass there that you missed. Do we need to go and check?
Yeah, sure. We can do that after the thing. Anyway.
Thing me.
Yeah, so the alternative to
precise.
the presents that nobody wants is
Are you waving a banana around?
giving your time. You
Just
can
give us
give a gift of
banana. Oh, animal.
Don't you touch my banana?
No, you just missed my speech. What? I just gave a whole speech about that
Yeah, that's boring.
while you were away.
Well, I shouldn't repeat myself then, should I?
Repaint.
Anyway,
What?
a second thing that I was looking for was
What's happened to your hat?
apparently. Oh, I don't know. Gone.
You've lost your hat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's not the same without it.
Look, I feel naked.
You're.
Should I go and get it? Will, can you find my hat? It should be somewhere in the kitchen.
Be very careful.
Please.
Yeah, I would. I'm gonna go and double check the kitchen
Mhm.
because.
So,
Oh my God.
as I was researching,
Two polar explorers going into the kitchen.
as I was researching the gifts, right? I came across something that was titled.
Okay.
That was titled 5 Gifts.
I don't want anybody doing anything with food until we've double checked everything's okay now.
Okay. 5 gifts that promote positive body image in girls. Or something like that. 5 gifts that you can give girls to promote the positive.
Well,
positive
sorry.
body
I'm just like it takes 10 minutes to go from one room to the other room. Well, have you found it yet? Hello, I'm talking to you. Let me look on the kitchen table.
I don't think it's on the kitchen table. I like that. Okay, if it's not on the kitchen table or the bench, then it might be in the hall on a chair. If it's not there, then
definitely
forget
not
about
in the
it.
fridge, which I just heard open.
No, it's not in the fridge. No. Anyway, so.
I bet you I can find it in 1 second. Radar.
You can't because you're standing here.
Or do you want to give a little Christmas rant and I'll go and find the hat for you?
You got it? He said he'll get a new one because he can't find it. For the people who can't hear him, it's just so funny.
But we like the Star Wars one. I like the Star Wars one.
Mm.
He's gonna come with a winter hat or something.
Okay, come on. Hurry up.
There's like a million hats.
Move. Jazzy stole the hat from him. Jazzy, can I have the hat, please? Oh, thank you. Thank you, both of you. Thank you. Thank you. That's much better.
Good job.
Thank you.
Good job, Jazz. Rock and roll.
Thank you. For some small heads.
Absolutely, Jazz. Thank you very much. I love the way she puts thumbs up when she does things. Oh.
It's a bit small.
It's just not the same. You're not as Avenger as you are Star Warsy.
Yeah, it's Star Warsy. I had a
Star Wars is more
a
Christmassy
square
for
head.
some reason. I don't know why. It doesn't make much sense that Star Wars should be Christmassy, but it is.
I'm an Avenger now, and it goes with my thing, with my T-shirt. What?
What? Well, what do you?
What happened? What are you saving?
Jazzy has decided to take the roast the bread roll, and to pull pieces off it and to throw them.
In the rug.
Yeah, into the rug.
Of course.
Will, you're dropping them, and now Will's decided to do the same thing.
To grind them in his hands.
It's just fun.
Go pop them in the bin or something.
Oh, it's like Huey, Dewey, and Louie, or the Three Stooges, or something like that. Well, we don't need to know about it. We don't need a story about it. We don't need them.
Okay, can we talk about something now?
I don't know, can we?
Because we're gonna have to finish soon, no?
Yeah, I'm not stopping you making a point. I'm trying not to stop you making a point. I apologize.
So yeah.
I got the look there.
So the
You got the look.
The article
was
titled
I'm not
five gifts
it's beginning to be Jamaican Christmas.
Promote positive body image in girls or something like that, right?
What?
Promote positive body image in girls.
Is that a Christmas theme?
In girls. It's like 5 gifts, right? I'm going to.
Is that a Christmas theme?
It's 4 gifts actually.
4 gifts that help
promote a positive body image in girls this Christmas.
4 gifts.
And
Barbie doll, perhaps.
Yeah. And no. And first
in
thing that came to my mind was
Barbie doll and a hijab.
First thing that came to my mind was, why is it that you don't have these kind of articles about boys? You don't get an article, how to promote positive body image in boys. Because boys don't give a damn about their body image.
Well, the boys do, men don't, because they give up by that time.
It's
with boys, there's still a chance, but
automatically, it is automatically assumed that girls, unless we promote positive body image, are going to have problems with their body image.
Well, you know what? Everything's the opposite of what it says it is.
Yeah.
Have a Coke and a smile. Right? Everything's the opposite of what they say it is. So when they say promote positive body image, what they're doing is reinforcing negative body image.
How?
Well, by putting the idea into people's heads that they need to think about it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's my actual original point. I mean, why do we even have to just be normal and you won't have to do that, right? Just
the fact that people have to write articles to remind people not to be normal. Not to be not normal.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes,
right.
exactly.
It's weird.
Exactly.
Remember when you go outside to put clothes on.
Why is it? So I was thinking, why is it girls that are supposed to have this problem, or that more often have this problem than boys, right? Why do they think negatively about their bodies? Why do they concentrate on them in the first place?
Well, can you go and see what she's doing, please?
Right? And then you've got the opposite, right? Then you've got the opposite approach, which is like, don't do any body image at all. And if a girl starts to think about, her butt's too big, or she doesn't like her hair or whatever, judge it as silly or not important, which is another extreme, which is wrong in my opinion.
Well, it's all about extremes and ignoring problems. I mean, you know what my issue is about women writing these articles for these forums? First of all, if you want people to read them, you're going to have to write about something extreme. What's up, darling?
Darling, 5 minutes.
Would you like a piece of banana for 5 minutes until we're finished? You okay? You don't have to be like that just because I offered you a piece of banana, darling. Could you
I'll
wait
give you
5
food
minutes?
in 5 minutes, okay? So,
It's my food.
you were talking about something.
It's my food.
Something extreme. I know it. That's a sign of love.
Okay. Okay. First of all, you want someone to read your blog, so you're not going to write, "I woke up this morning and I had breakfast." You're going to write about something wild or extreme or unusual or different. Yeah. So people are attracted to write about these kinds of topics first. Then you've got women writing for women, and that's just an insane kind of system. Because,
Well, like what I do.
Yeah, I mean, what is a blog really? A blog is personal therapy. That's what it is. It's helping people get the shit out of their head that they need to get out of their head so they can move on. And from time to time, other people relate to it.
Exactly.
It's full stop. That's what it is. It's a form of therapy for society. and it's a great help, in my opinion.
Mhm.
You got to go.
What's happening?
You go.
I think it's okay.
No, she's trying to jump off the chair onto the table in the bedroom. Okay, she's decided to destroy everything today. Anyway, so what is a blog? A blog is a modern form of therapy, right? A blog is getting out of your head the shit that's in your head, so that you can get on with the things that you need to do in order to just take the next step forward in life. It's self-help. It's self-therapy, and at certain points in time, through sharing certain ideas, you progress. So that's what that is. It's also a way of I got distracted by Will banging stuff there. So I lost my train of thought because Will was going.
Good, because I wanted to continue. You know that the article said that four good ideas for presents to promote positive body image were books, educational board games, backyard kits, and something else, which I forgot.
Wait.
And I was thinking,
books got nothing.
These are just normal toys, right? They're basically telling you to give your daughters normal toys if you want to promote positive. Oh, the fourth one was exercise equipment, like training equipment, right?
But that's just getting them to think about their body image.
No, and I'm like, these are just normal. I mean, I had all of these when I was a kid. Okay, I got all of these kinds of presents when I was a kid. They didn't do anything for a more positive body image, because you're bombarded from all the sides about what women should look like, what men should look like. What is interesting for me is men have a lot of stuff going on. You should look like this, you should have these muscles, you should have the six-pack, right? Why is it that or you should look like a skeleton?
I'm not. I'm like a skeleton with a forest in the middle of my chest.
Yeah.
It's more like a bushy growth. Yeah.
Should I show mine?
Oh, please.
Anyway, so these.
She offered.
I would, but the camera is not low enough to take on my jabba. So I still had an extremely negative body image, because I thought, oh my gosh, my legs are O-shaped and
what the fuck does that mean? My legs are O-shaped.
This thing that you've got legs, right?
Yeah.
But some people don't have legs like this; they have legs like this.
Oh, bandy legs.
Yeah. My knees wouldn't meet in the middle when I look. When I stand like this, my knees don't meet in the middle, which is anatomically normal. Because if they did, I would be like, that would just look stupid. Right?
You just reminded me of something irrelevant.
So, it's like, I was extremely upset about the fact that I'm anatomically normal, okay? And I was just fucked up. And then I was thinking, how is it possible that men don't have that kind of thing going on? I mean, men are like about being strong, but it's more about being efficiently strong rather than looking good, no? I mean, yeah, you want your hair to look all right, but it's more about like not expressing, be a picture of power, basically, isn't it? Because the male model, right, the muscular, six-packy, self-confident person is a model of a power. It's a physical power. It's status. That's what men are going for. And for women, it's all this, oh, I have to be skinny, I have to be pretty, my skin has to be flawless, and my hair has to be flawless, and it's not an image of power. It's just aesthetics.
But aesthetics is power. Well,
you see, that's where I came to in my thoughts and musings. I was like, okay, so maybe that should be completely removed. And then I was thinking, well, it can't be completely removed because it's completely natural, because that's how evolution works. That's how nature works, right? I mean, you look in a tribe that doesn't have any magazine covers in it or whatever, and the girls still want to look nice for the men, and the girls still wear weird jewelry and whatever, you know, to make themselves stand out, to make themselves
whatever
pretty.
is a symbol of value they hold on to.
Yeah. So I was thinking, you know, it's partially natural for women to want to be pretty, because that's the survival mechanism of the species, right? Women have to be attractive, men have to be powerful, and they mate, okay, and have kids. And I'm just saying these completely basic things that everybody knows, but I just discovered, right? And I'm talking about them like it's something new, but
okay. Yeah, well, that's, I mean, that's a very nice definition of basic differences between men and women. It's a nice definition of it, right?
Yeah.
But within that, we go into subcategories. And then the subcategories are based on reproduction principles. Those life is about survival.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't reproduce, you don't survive.
Mm-hmm.
So then the next subdivision is which groups of people own the resources that will allow them to survive for longest and give them the greatest chance of genetic survival.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So yeah, everything you said is correct.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's subdivided into which kind of reproduction strategy you are orientated towards, and that will, you know, in a when life is harder, you know, that's the more alpha type, because you want someone who's stronger, who's going to survive the hard things. And when life is easier, you want someone who's comfortable with the easiness of things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing about the presence is, you know, it's sort of all, we really know it's all
my
irrelevant.
life must have been extremely hard.
Sorry? Your life?
I said my life must have been extremely hard.
Well, no, it wasn't. That's why you don't know what you should know. See, the opposite is true.
Well, because I chose an alpha type.
Well, no, you didn't choose me. I chose you. So
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You didn't even listen. I saw you, and I was.
I saw you, and
I saw you first.
Was
I was fishing before you even knew I existed, and I got you.
Fishing for luck.
When I asked you when was the first time you saw me, you said Charles's goodbye party. But I've seen you before.
Because everybody's seen me before. Because I was an event organizer.
Yeah,
so
but
I was always on the stage.
I had my eyes on you.
I was
always.
What the hell were you looking at? I looked like a
Muppet.
I looked like a Muppet.
I'm
did look like
attracted by Muppets.
Muppet.
Why do you think Muppets Christmas Carol is my favorite movie? Just to remind me of you. Anyway, yeah, you don't know. See, this is the power of a woman.
What Muppets?
No.
Like
to get what you want while you make the man think that he's the one who's getting it.
Yeah, I could say the same. Like, you know, the power of the man is blah blah blah. And it's interesting because Jordan Peterson touched on that the other day in an interview I was listening to. Yeah.
What did he say? Women are evil and manipulative. Huh?
He's just, you know, he was talking about you're just never sure, right? I mean, people have got this undying certainty that they've got something right. And only time will tell. They might be right, but only time will tell. They might have the knowledge and the experience to know what is going to come. At the same time, there might be something unexpected that comes from somewhere unexpected because of, you know, we all get blindsided sometimes. So there's, you know, you can be 99% sure, but you can't ever be 100% sure. But 99% is enough. It's
So
enough to make any decision.
If you chose me, then why?
At which point there was 2 minutes of silence.
I'm not sure anymore. It might have been the whiskey.
Yeah, let's not give a fluffy answer here, right? You know, there's a fluffy answer. You know what I mean by fluffy?
Because I fell in love with you at the first sight, and I couldn't imagine living without you.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it like that, though.
You mean that?
I wouldn't be as base as that.
You wouldn't say it in a gayish voice either.
Hopefully, I'm not going to say anything in a gayish voice, to be honest. Just attract the wrong kind of people. Well, there's, you know, the way I'd put that is like I think there's an aura that surrounds people, the way they carry themselves, the way that they walk, the way that they talk, the energy that they have.
Is that, are you giving me the fluffy answer?
That's the fluffy answer.
Okay.
Can you not tell?
So it's the wishy-washy kind of thing.
Yes, the fluffy wishy-washy answer.
Yeah.
What's the fluffy wishy-washy? Wishy-washy. The fluffy I can't even say it.
But let me guess. The real answer is going to be like, I liked your genophone.
What kind of fund? What?
Geno.
Oh, not like a Go Me, Fund Me kind of thing.
No. Jeans.
Go Fund Me, I think.
I liked your jeans. I thought your jeans and my jeans together would look good. No.
If that's the best line that somebody can come up with, I'd be surprised if they
ever got their jeans anywhere near anybody else's.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You liked my haircut.
Oh, that was it. It was all about the hair.
I thought so.
Or lack of it at the time, as it was very short.
Yeah.
I think a woman. This is an irrelevant point.
Right.
I think a woman who can wear short hair nicely is obviously extremely pretty. So it's an observation. I can't think about it because I've got this like mental block thing, which is when something pops up in my head that I can't get on to the next subject until I clear out the last subject.
Okay.
And there's a ridiculous story from my childhood that pops into my head.
So you decided to talk about a ridiculous story from your childhood rather than answering my question. Okay.
Give me. No, but I can't focus because I can't get the story out of my head because I was like, I said earlier, you just reminded me of something.
Okay.
Right. So, I'll have to share the story because it's not funny, but it's in my head.
Okay.
So I was climbing a tree with two of my friends. And it was actually a tree in the park next to my parents' house. And we saw one of our neighbors, and
she was naked.
One of my friends said, I don't like him. And I said, why do you not like him? What's wrong with him? And right enough, the guy was like slightly effeminate, and you know, there's a tendency not to like that kind of role model, right?
Do I know who you're talking about?
No.
Okay.
I've never met the person.
Okay. Anyway,
the funny thing is that later on, it turned out that he actually was gay and he left his wife. Right. Not funny. So anyway, so I.
Not funny.
Yeah, no. It's funny now. So, it's funny in hindsight. So anyway, I said to him, why don't you like him? And I remember this clearly, even today. He turned to me and said, "'Cause he's a bandy-legged wank fuck." And I just about fell out of the tree. It's like, imagine the three teenage boys laughing themselves to death in a tree. Just because this is that's absolutely not saying anything at all. But the whole phrase was just funny.
I love it. I'm going to use it.
and it was just because you were talking about the legs,
Bendy legs.
the bendy legs, and I was watching him walk. He walked past us, and I was watching him. I was thinking, he does have kind of that look about him. And then it turned out he was gay, and he left his wife.
Well, there you go.
And us kids knew it, right? And nobody else had any idea what was going on. And us kids could sense
Yeah.
that there was something wrong with this
Well,
guy.
I'm bendy-legged as well.
There we go. Anyway, it was just the insult. That insult was incredible. And when you're a kid, though, the insults are funny. So
There's sometimes funny when you're an adult as well.
it's funny to reminisce about those things. So what was the question? I've got that off my chest.
I asked you if you chose me, then why on earth did you do that?
I don't know. I'm still asking myself that.
I think I preferred the floppy answer.
Okay. Time, place, and people. Everything comes down. You know, my philosophy is time, place, and people. Everything comes down to that.
No, I just happened to be there.
If you meet the right person at the right time in the right place, it will happen. 2 out of 3, it never works. That's it. You were the right place and
Was placed
place
in the
and
right
fishing.
way.
You were the right place and fishing.
You just changed the. Instead of, you were in the right place. You're speaking like Yoda. You were the right place in.
Do or do not. There is no try. Something like that. Anyway.
A no try is.
Right. It's beginning to be almost Christmas. So we better go and clean the flat and do all the things that we need to do.
It's beginning to look a lot.
Slook. It looks like, I swear we haven't been drinking at all, but it might have
We're
been,
not gonna be either
might have
because I
been-
didn't buy any stuff for the eggnog thing.
what are you going to make for the visitors when they come?
I'm going to give them my time.
Yeah, but they're going to want alcohol
Fuck them.
because the Slovak visitors want alcohol.
I should make it, but I was just standing in the shop and I was thinking,
I don't want it. It's nice, but I personally don't want it. It's nice, but look, your visitors are coming. They will want alcohol.
couldn't I just give them the Swedish bitter tincture or the echinacea tincture for coughs?
Look, even if they don't drink it, you can give it to them as a present.
Yeah, I know. I know. We should do that. I know. It's just.
I know, but I'm just saying that they will. I've never known Slovak visitors who
Wouldn't expect
drop in
alcohol.
at Christmas who would not expect to be offered some kind of alcohol. Although it's like, it was,
As if
I'm
you
just-
ever cared about what visitors would expect, right?
especially these visitors. But
Yeah, yeah, like tough luck, fuck them.
I'm just trying to be helpful.
They want to come into my house, they have to eat what's in my house.
I'm just trying to be respectful.
Okay.
I'm trying to respect other people's situation. Like I don't look, you know, I don't give a fucking monkey. Okay, right? I don't give a bandy-legged monkey. Right? I don't give a bandy.
Bandy-legged yank wagon.
A bandy-legged monkey fuck, right? I don't give one of those.
Poor bandy-legged.
But because these people are special for you,
Mhm.
I want you to
Give them something. Okay.
I want you to be
I have a present
good
for the
host
child.
for them.
That's important.
It is very good.
Okay.
Okay.
Zora has finished peeing, so we have to finish this podcasty thingy.
Yeah, the sun has disappeared completely.
And we
now.
are going to do some high energy speed cleaning. Pump it up. You've been pumping it up on the bike today. And you didn't do the punching with me this morning. I just
I
discovered.
did my punching already.
No, you didn't.
I did my punching on the bike.
That's not really punching anything. as shadow punching. It's not as shadow punching is a good practice, but it's not as
I'm sure.
what's the word?
I'm quite sure that
Satisfying.
you don't want to be on the receiving end of one of my.
It's so satisfying when you can actually punch something.
Okay, well, let's leave these people with your satisfaction, right?
Okay.
Have a nice Christmas, guys. Have a nice time. Have a nice online thingy, whatever you're doing, whatever you're doing it. Okay.
The Avengers and the
On the golf club.
and the Tridubi Golf Club
On the golf club.
are saying very merry to you.
Yeah.
Yo, man.
Have a good one, guys.
Yo, bro.
I always lift up the wrong hand.
It always appears on the other.